What's up, YouTube? You are looking at the Pennington family plot. So we are out here at my garden and my brother's garden. This is, we started this project last year. This little section here, this is my area. I actually have a lot of video from last year, but it turned out like, well, anyway, it became a mess. I kind of let it get the best of me. Wasn't really prepared. So be prepared. And now, as you can see, I've already gone through and tilled this lightly. We have a mini rototiller that I took over this. Only gets down a few inches. That's all I really wanted, because eventually this is going to be completely covered in that. Do you see that ground cover? That is coming very soon. But you can see the soil here. Now this, it did rain, but we got it nice and light. For about the top, maybe probably 6 or 8 inches. Can you tell I had corn there last year? And like I said, we have gone through, I got mice in my pocket. I went through over the last week, spent about 3 days going over this. The tiller that we're using is a little 18-inch model, so a little patience. But you can get it done. Just use what you got. Stop spending money. Anyway, all right, now on this soil here, we have already added some amendments to it. You're not going to be able to see them clearly because obviously they're already in the soil. But what I did do is over the last year is I have been collecting eggshells, coffee grinds, some light kitchen waste, and I've been doing I guess, countertop composting. This is the area. This is from last year. This is the ground cover from last year. This stuff was really cheap, but it definitely did what it was supposed to do. But anyway, so I got the small amount of compost on here. You see some potatoes I found that were still underground from last year, and as you can see, even into April, now I cut the crap out of that. That is actually still a solid potato. There's some more. So yeah, this year potatoes are going to be going in bags, so this doesn't happen next year. But anyway, so yeah, so what I put on it was coffee grinds, eggshells, and then also used some worm castings for fertilizer, and then also we have fish emulsions that are going to be put down before I tarp it. The tarp is a woven fabric, so water and air easily pass in and out. And I watched a gentleman do a temperature test on it, and it actually keeps the surface of the soil cooler than the top, even though the tarp itself is black. Now here's a little piece of this. Now this is what I used last year, and you can see this is pretty thin. I mean, you can just about probably see my hand through it. A little bit of work you clearly can. But and this is what's usually sold at the stores. This is probably a low to mid grade. What I went with this year is a plastic weave, much thicker, that I'm actually going to be able to burn holes in. So it's thick enough to handle that without actually igniting because of the weave. So, but anyhow, so this is what she looks like, totally stripped out. This area here, was the watermelon patch last year. It's going to be relocated to the other end just because I don't want to drain any one area with the same crop year after year. So the whole garden will be rotated, but I'm going to have probably the same amount of space, but this year I am going to focus more on seedless. This last year I had 8 watermelon plants in this covered area, and then had 2 pickle plants, way too many by the way, a couple of zucchinis, and then I think I had a squash. Don't know why, because I don't like squash, but it was pretty. So anyway, all right, so there's the overview of the garden. So next round will be we'll be spraying on the fish emulsions, and we'll be starting with the ground cover. All right guys, good talking to you. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye.